back, everybody. So today we have a first tasting of my Warrior Centennial beer. This would be batch 21 in my 2-hop small batch series. The first 20 were all Cascade Centennial, and I wanted to, actually, Warrior was on sale. I think it was $10 for a pound, so I picked some of those up, and since I had all the Centennial, I figured let's make some IPAs, but let's start off basic and build our way up. So this one is Warrior Centennial with 2-row, packaged on 12/10/2019, so a little over a month old, 7.33% ABV. Now for these home brews, once I bottle them, I do let them sit at least 30 days before I drink them. So this one is using 2 pounds, 8 ounces of 2-row for the hop schedule. 0.15 ounces of Warrior, and that's 14.7% alpha acids at 60 minutes. 0.25 ounces of Centennial at 10 minutes. Centennial is 6% alpha acid. Then 0.25 ounces, 5 minutes into boil for Centennial. Excuse me. Using USO5 yeast, we will do some different ones using different yeast on this. Then for the dry hop, 0.25 ounces 3 days into fermentation. From Beersmith is saying this is 54.3 IBUs. So technically, in my book, this would be a IPA, not a pale ale IPA. Pale ales, I usually stop around 30, 35-ish. Maybe 40, I guess. But this is bottled using the small pearl carbonation tablets, and this would use 6. As usually in most of my 12-ounce beers, I use 4. Since this is 22, I just added 2. And just to see, we will up those once we get through a lot of them just to see what they do. So let's go ahead and get this into a glass, see what we think. A tiny hiss, not that much. Weird color. Not what I was expecting for the color. Right up front. So this being a little bit over a month old, we do have a white head. It is dissipating very quick. Small and medium bubbles from what I do have left. Color is this very hazy, murky, lemon yellow, bright yellow color. There's quite a bit of bubbles coming up from what I can see from the sides. But yeah, very hazy. I would almost say this is like a citrus New England IPA for the color. Yeah, like a lemon, bright yellow in color. Very weird. It's amazing how if you go back and watch some of these other ones that are just using 2-row, but especially in the Centennial Cascade series, they're darker. They're almost coming through as an orange, and then you come to this that's only using 2-row, just like those, but 2 different hops, and we get a color like this. Let's go ahead and smell, see what we get from this. A little citrus, very, very faint, like lemon citrus is what I'm pulling. Maybe a touch of pine from the Warrior, but nothing big. I thought it would be a little bit more in your face than it is, but just a tiny bit of like lemon citrus. Now from Centennial, we could get that. We did get it in some of the other batches we made. But there's like a pine note there, and my guess is that is coming from Warrior. Let's go ahead and taste. Very lemongrass, citrus, a touch of pine, like a pine note in back. Not bitter. I do get some malt though, In the aftertaste, like when it starts warming up, maybe a little toasted bread to go along with that citrus. Very smooth. I'm not. It's got that Centennial quality as some of those other beers. The first 20 Cascade Centennial ones that I made, but this is almost. Yeah, this is almost like beer 19 and 20 using the SO4 yeast. Like that lemon quality is a little bit more. There's a touch of pine. My guess is somebody that didn't do all 20 of those before probably wouldn't pick it up, but there's a little different note in there, and the only thing I can say, it's from the Warrior. Yeah, not bad at all. It's almost like, I want to say like a summer shandy, that lemon quality in there, and maybe that Centennial plays well with the Warrior, and it brings out a little bit more lemon, or the Warrior has a little bit of lemon, and they're combining together, and that's why I'm getting that. Seems like it needs more though. Obviously, we're only using one malt. It just needs a little bit more of a malt backbone just to make it round out a little bit. But yeah, definitely one I would say, if you want to make a small batch, make it. I don't think it's on the level of making a 5 gallon batch with just that 1 2 row. Maybe if we played with the hop schedule and added some more hops, but yeah, it's a very weird lemon citrus taste, and it has to be from Warrior. We are gonna find out, because the next one, the next video I do will be Nougat and Centennial. So we'll see if we get any different tastes there. Yeah, yeah, that pine note in back is throwing me off a little bit because that lemon is mixing with it. But yeah, definitely a good one. So if you've used Warrior and Cat or Centennial before, let me know how that beer turned out. Maybe also put a comment down below what other malts or grains I should use with the 2 row. So if you enjoyed this video, check some more videos out over here. And until next time, happy brewing.